Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis on server 68. So today I just want to talk about cake levels, spending, that sort of stuff, and how this is going to be the first event that I have not reached cake level 3. So since the update came out, I've finished the garden one time for the Plantagenet bow. I thought it was good value at the time. So there it is, that bow. Anyways, it was only the garden. That was 1K, 1 grand, 1,000 to get to the top level. But the cake that comes out all the time, it's over $2,000 American. And I just don't see the value in it. Like if you look all the way to the top here, what do you really get at the end here? So you're going to spend 2,000 American. Most people stop at cake 3. That's about $100 American, maybe 125. Most people stop, get their one gear, and that's about it. So if you go all the way to the top, like what are you getting here? You're getting another pair of boots, and the boots are good. And you're getting a general, but there's some crap in here. Like Amir's good, Constantine's good, Kanat is good, Arminius is not good. Margaret is not good. Harold is not good. Baldwin is good. Mansa Musa is not. So that's like a 50% chance of getting ripped off. That sucks. And then nothing else here. And then sometimes they'll have a keep with a buff like the Verona Castle. So not Verona. Yeah, it's Verona, Edinburgh, all those. There's a few like this one. Or you can get this one. These are available. Then Colossus. They're good keeps. They offer something. But why? Like, unless you're just spending all the time, there's really no reason to spend to get to the top level if you're not going to get the full prizes, right? Like, at least if you do it sometimes, periodically, you pick out a time where you think it's... a very good value to yourself, you wait for those castles and maybe they'll have an actual general. Like the time I did it for the bow on the garden, which was half price, there was Amir, the good sub general. That's this guy right here. Oops. And then there was also Caesar, a very good mounted general who really just sits here because he is as good as he is. So this is Amir. He's an excellent sub-general because he reduces all 3 attacks that are actually range and ground. Ground being a difficult one. Siege isn't very important, but range and ground is important, so it was good to get him. And then Caesar was also in that same offer. I can't find him right now, but he is here somewhere. But I haven't leveled him up because in order for him to be good, you need another dragon. And I just don't have the dragons to commit to someone just for mounted. So I don't have him. So I'm using Athelflaed, who is a very similar version, but she doesn't require a dragon. Anyways, back to the point of this. So the reasons why I'm not doing this. So the 14,000 I got, I only need 11,000 more. I think that's about $65 probably, something like that, $60 that it would cost. But I'm just not doing it because I've kind of decided I'm only making purchases in Evony now when it's a good deal. So by what I mean by that is I make all my purchases through the Huawei app gallery. And when they have a good sale, I'll do it. And I used up all my good sales to 14,000 gems and I stopped. So last event they offered 30% discount, 30% point back, which is pretty good. So you get everything at 70%. So I did that. And then this event they offered half price on all the $5 packs, about 25% off, 30% off on the next like $10 pack, and then a quarter off, 25% off on the next $20 pack. And I did those 3, but then that was it for the weekend. And then you couldn't do it again the next day. So I was like, I'm done. There's no more discounts. So the reason why I've kind of decided to boycott spending is, first of all, I don't care too much for this monster attacking gear. I'm not a massive coiner, as you could see, VIP 16 only. So I pick and choose when I'm going to. There's still a good amount. But if you know anyone out there who's K40 and VIP 16 or 15 or 14, let me know. I'd love to see it, because I'm guessing I'm probably one of the only VIP 16 K40s. So I don't have everything. Like, I'm missing stuff. I have to pick and choose what I have because I don't spend as much as some people. And it means I'm also going to have to work harder in order to achieve, almost similar results to them, or to be a valuable member. But anyways, Evony did some things that just bothered me recently. So I decided to kind of stop coining. So they released these general blood of heirs. I actually don't mind it. I actually think this is a decent idea. I've done one so far on George Dewey. I don't feel like this is that bad of an idea. I'm kind of open to this idea. But one of the things they did that really bothered me was this. This monthly buff, such a terrible price. So people are going to pay $70 Canadian, $50 American for 10% for a month. That is a terrible value. It's just like taking the piss out of all of us. I hate that. And then the other thing that really bothered me was the wheel. When they gave out the wheel to us and they made it impossible to get the second item. So I have, I think 21 fragments of the chest. And I saved, like you see here, I only got 6 of the helmet because that was the event before. And I saved all my chips. So I spun 1,600 times and I didn't get it. I got 21. That means 15 of those fragments came from the bonus. So I only actually got 6. That's terrible. And then this really bothers me too. Look, the helmet. So I'm going to convert these because I already have this helmet, right? I already got it on one of my generals. So I don't need it. And Evony doesn't let you own 2. So I'm going to convert it. But if you look at the wheel, like there's some items that are difficult to get, right? Like these, the chest piece, the bow, etc. There's 20 refined stones. There's 100 refined stones. There's a 7-day construction speed up. There's a 3-day construction speed up. I'm going to convert these 6 pieces, and I think I'm going to get 50 refined stones each. So if you think about how rarely you get these items, right? You don't get this helmet. You probably get it once every 150 spins. And they're going to give me, look at this, like what's inside here, 50 measly refining stones per of that. And you have no choice to do anything else with it. It's just ridiculous. That's basically it. So the wheel and the buffs really bothered me to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of going to take a big spending break until Evony gets their crap together. And so I've heard a rumor that lots of people think, oh, we're going to start to get this civilization gear for free, right? They're going to start putting it in bosses, that sort of stuff. Well, I heard someone else who's like, you know what? I don't think so, because there's a whole lot of new servers out there that never got their first go at Plantagenet gear or Freedom set. They've only got the last set or the last 2, and they want those other ones. So Evony's not just going to give them it for free. So, like, look at this. Server 1108, 1107. So Evony's going to start giving them free gear just because we didn't get it? No, they're going to run through I heard they're just going to keep running through the same cycle over and over. And they'll cycle through the stuff on the wheel. And it's going to take you basically 2 or 3 times on the wheel to get a piece. And that's going to be like 1.5 years before that piece comes up again. So at this pace, this chess piece that I need 9 more on, it's not going to come out for another 14 months. 14 to 16 months, I think it was when I did the math. That's if Evony continues with every second turn, they're going to have a wheel. So those sort of things just really annoy me with Evony, and I don't know. I'm just done with that. I'll still coin if there's something I like, or like I said, if there's a good discount in the App Store, the Huawei App Gallery, not the App Store. I don't purchase through Google. I used to, but just don't like it as much. Less discounts. But other than that, I'm not going to, I will never do this. I will never go here through the Apple Store and buy, because there's no discounts for me. And you wouldn't believe how expensive. This $7 pack in Canada, if I buy it, that's $7 Canadian. That'll actually cost me about $11, because there's a Facebook tax in Canada as well. So it's really ridiculous. Anyone Canadian, if you're listening out there, do not buy through the App Gallery or the Apple App Store. You have to go through either the App Gallery Huawei or Google Play Store. Us Canadians, and I think Australians as well, we get ripped off huge. We pay about 50% higher than people from other countries. So anyways, that's my thoughts on purchasing in Evony lately. I know there's a lot of people talking about taking a spending freeze or really limiting what they do spend on. Evony doing Shalons again so soon, and they started to pump out the healing packs on non-event days about 2 weeks ago. And one of the guys in my alliance, actually Miken over here, he's like, I think Shalons is coming up in like a week, because why else are they dropping these healing packages? And sure enough, the next week they announce Shalons in the next event. So he was right. Like, Evony doesn't just offer these packs up for nothing. But so I think Evony's just getting really greedy. I think they should actually start offering money for cash prizes. I've seen this cycle go in other games. In Clash of Clans, they used to make $30 million a day, American, at the height of Clash of Clans. Then it dropped to $12 million a month. And then the way Clash of Clans got their customers back, people to play again, was they started to host tournaments and offer cash prizes. So like Clash tournaments. I actually was in a clan, JTJ, website's still there and everything. I think we were top 3 in the world before Clash of Clans paid money and hosted their own all-star tournaments. At this time, it was just like really hardcore players created a YouTube channel and started to host the tournaments and kept standings, but that didn't mean anything. And then Clash of Clans kind of piggybacked on that and made their own all-star tournaments and have big cash prizes now. So they offer things like a 20 versus 20 war, and there's 5,000 or 10,000 to the winning team, so everybody gets 500 who plays or something like that. So Evony should really do that. I think it would be nothing. So everyone who makes the all-star final, you all get $1,000. Like, the amount of money people spend in half a year to make all-stars is nothing. So this would be nothing to Evony. But I think they got to learn their lesson that they're getting pretty greedy. But unfortunately, I know how business cycles go, and we will pull back our money, and then Evony will double down on their tactic. You know, I think they need more options of how to spend money. We got to give them more packs. And then they'll start to learn, like, oh, maybe we oversaturated them with too much stuff. Like, there's nothing I hate more than when I turn on the game and I have to hit X like 5 times, because these packs, like this pack, the Spiritual Beast one will pop up. The daily pack will pop up. And then sometimes you get that free stamina one where, like, if you buy a bunch of stuff that's not worth it for a month, you can get 600 tactic scrolls at the end. Like, I just can't stand this stuff just in your face. So anyways, let me know your thoughts on the packs. Has recent events inspired you to spend more or less? What's your thoughts? How the game's going? Let me know in the comments. Genghis, like, subscribe, leave a comment.